Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa, and today's video we are actually going to be tackling some outdoor spring projects. This video is going to be broken up into two separate videos. So this video that you're watching here today is going to be, I guess, part one, where we're going to tackle this outdoor space out here and get it ready for spring, bring some plants out here. We're going to be doing some repotting, shopping for some new stuff, and then don't forget to come back for part two or day two. We're going to tackle the front porch, and the front porch is where I have all my cacti, succulents, snake plants, and we're going to completely make that area over and make it look nice for spring. I am really excited to do these spring projects, and it's the perfect time. It is April. It is such a lovely day. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. So like I said, this video is probably going to be spanning over a few different days. I'll just tackle a few projects at a time. So I'll probably look different throughout the course of the video. But for today, right now, I'm actually going to head out and do some shopping. I have a few errands to do. I have to drop an order off. I have to run to the grocery store. And so I figured while I was out, I would stop by Home Depot, and I'll take you there just to browse around a little bit. I'm not going to film like a plant shopping video. I'm on the hunt for some planters for my cacti and stuff out front. I kind of have a list written down of kind of what I'm looking for. I really hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time here, and I will meet you at Home Depot. You guys, you're not going to believe what I found. DocBlock Michelle's. I have not seen these at a big box store yet. I decided to come to the other Home Depot, the one that I normally come to, and on my way here, I was literally thinking, I'm like, I wonder when the DocBlock Michelles are going to show up in our stores here. I put that out in the universe. That is crazy. I already have a DocBlock Michelle. I bought mine kind of expensive, but I'm going to get a second one because why not? I put this one in my cart here, but I'm trying to decide which one to get. It has a new leaf that's going to come out, and there might be a little baby down in this one actually, but the leaves look pretty good on that one. And here's the others. They are $95 for them. And some of these actually, this one here has some kind of like weird mutation, which is interesting. I don't know if that's blister variegation or what you call that. There's one here that's really big, like this one has really huge leaves. Look at that. And it's pushing a new one. And there was another one here I was looking at too. I was trying to look at the emergent leaf and see what I like. This one has a new leaf coming in. But yeah, that is so crazy. That's awesome. So they have a ton of pots along this wall, all the different colors and everything. It literally goes all the way around. That's why I kind of wanted to come to this Home Depot too, because I knew they had a lot of planters here. So I'm going to browse around and see kind of what I want for mostly the front porch, like the cacti and stuff, but I'm not sure what color to get. They don't have any big monstera deliciosa here, which they usually have some big ones. So I might have to pop in Lowe's and see if there's any there. I'm kind of sad that there's not any of those here. Usually every time I come, there's a ton. So it's funny the time that I actually want to buy one, there's not any here, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm going to kind of browse around and just see what I can find. There's so many pots. Okay, I'm back in my car. I just left Home Depot. You guys, I was in there for probably close to an hour and a half. I had planters in my cart, and then I didn't like it, and I switched to a different one. And I was looking at the plants, cacti. I did get a few more cacti, but I'm not going to show those until we do the cacti portion. And the planters and stuff that I got for the front porch, I'm going to wait and show you until that other video. So I do need to hunt for a monstera because I do want to buy another one since they didn't have any here, which is so weird because they always have them. So I'm going to pop in Lowe's really quick and see if there's one in there I can snag. And then I think I might stop at my local Ace Hardware because they usually have plants, and I might just browse around in there because they usually have a lot of cute like outdoor stuff. I kind of want to get like a couple cute little things. And then what else? Yeah, and then I have to stop by the grocery store. But if they have some monsteras at Lowe's, I'll show you. But if not, I'll probably just meet you back home and we can start on repotting some plants and stuff. Hello, look at these huge Ticons. Oh my gosh, they are $59.99 or 98. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 of them maybe back here. Of course, they don't have any regular deliciosa, so I'm probably gonna have to stop somewhere else. Oh my goodness, that's so cool to see these here. I am back home now. I actually came back home and unloaded the car with all the stuff that I got. And then I picked my husband up because I asked him if he wanted to go to the grocery store with me. So we rode to the grocery store together, got groceries, came home, cleaned the fridge out, put all that stuff away. And I actually just ate dinner a little bit early because I kind of skipped lunch, so I was hungry. And so now it's about 5:30 in the evening. So I probably have a good hour and a half to work out here. And then what I'll do tomorrow is come back on here and kind of finish up this area. I think I'll work on the cacti succulent video maybe later this week, but I do want to do some other like house plant chores and stuff and shop chores probably the next couple of days. So I'll probably pause on, well, not tomorrow, but Thursday and Friday. So I'll probably film again maybe towards the weekend and finish up that video maybe like next week. Do you see Luna right down there? Isn't she cute? And we have one sleeping there. You can't see. There she goes. There's Luna. There is Star. And then Chai is sleeping right there. They're so cute. I'm gonna grab my soil out of the garage and kind of get set up here, and I'll lower you down and we'll do a little evening repotting. Oh, actually, before I go get the soil and everything, let me show you the Michelle because I didn't show you the one that I actually picked. So look how beautiful. It's a lot bigger of a specimen than mine that I got last year, and it's already in caterpillar and everything. So it's got this big beautiful leaf here, this one, this is a pretty big leaf here, and there's a new one like I said, and it has a little baby, an offshoot that I can separate out and let go. So that's the pot it comes in, and then I'll probably get this plant repotted soon. And there's the tag. But yeah, she's beautiful. And then I saw these in the garden section. It's a purple oxalis. So I had one, and I have to double check the container. It's out there in the yard, but the deer ate it. So I got like, this was only $6. So I like oxalis, and I don't know, I kind of just want to have a pot of it in here. And I'm sad that the deer ate it last year because I left it outside the patio. So I'll know not to put this outside because, yeah, deer apparently like to eat this. So I got one of those too. There's so many animals that are bird feeder right now. There's squirrels, 2 geese, and 4 ducks. Well, 4 of the geese flew away and 1 came back, and now the geese, or ducks, one of the ducks came back and the geese are leaving, and then the squirrel is on the bird feeder. So I got some company while I do some repotting. So I think what I'm going to do is do the begonias first, and let me show you the planters. So I got these deliciosa planters last year for my alocasia fridex because I had 2 of them, and I thought they, were the same setup with the self-watering wick and everything. But it turns out like the inner pot is much shorter, and it didn't really work as a normal self-watering system. I don't really know. It was just very weird. So what I'm going to do is just use these to pot the begonia. I'm not going to use a wick or anything. I'm just going to I think I'm just going to use it like this without the meter, and just put soil in here and let the begonias grow in here. But it's like a nice hefty pot. And so I have 2 of them. I don't need these. So yeah, we'll just throw some soil in both of these. I did get a few bags of the cactus and palm. It's just the Miracle-Gro at the big box store, and I don't really have any other soil, so I think I'll just use that for these begonias. And I brought out some extra perlite, but because these begonias I feel like their water, I don't think I'll amend any extra perlite because the cactus soil I feel like is already pretty aerated. And then the rest of the stuff I'll probably amend just with some perlite. I might throw some extra bark in there for like all the cacti and stuff in the other video. I have a bin as well as my repotting mat, so hopefully I don't make a mess. We got little Luna being cute. Are you being cute, Lune? Hi. Hey, Chai. Are you guys being cute? I had watered these both the other day, so they were a little bit thirsty, but yeah, these are so pretty. So these are a begonia. I don't know the exact kind, but the flowers are so beautiful. They're gorgeous. I love that pop of orange. I feel like they're gonna look so good in here too. Look at that. Beautiful, right? That is gorgeous. I feel like these pots are perfect. So this is the perlite I brought out. It's just the staggerine that I got at Home Depot. So I don't think I'm gonna amend anything extra. All right, so we are gonna use the cactus and palm. I didn't bring scissors or anything, so. Oh yeah, that's pretty airy on its own. Plants that are like in my actual patio, they don't get as much light. This is north facing. Over there is west and over here is east. So they don't dry out as quickly being out here. If it's like a really hot and humid, or if it's like a really hot day, like a summer day, and it's really hot, you know, I'll have to probably water once a week, but sometimes I don't even water these plants for like a couple weeks out here. I'm just putting some soil on the bottom of these. What you doing, Luna? Huh? What are you doing in there? I haven't decided where I want to stick these. I kind of wanted to put them out on our patio area out here. When I did the houseplant shopping video, I'll have to read the comments again, but somebody mentioned these guys needing shade, and the patio does get some sun, but it's not at like maybe a couple hours of the day if it's like a sunny day. I don't know if I want to keep them in here though. I don't know, I'll have to see. Just because I'm going to have monstera, ficus, and then I also have to have room for the alocasia in here because I really want to put that alocasia out here tomorrow. It is huge. Okay. All right, we're going to unpot this. Oh, use that extra soil. I might set it up a little bit higher. I don't know, I never really mess with roots. I usually just plop and fill a lot of the times. Unless it's like old soil that I really want to get off, then I'll undo some of it. It is so nice repotting out here in the evening. Oh my gosh. Listening to the birdies chirp. It's quiet out here. Well, it's quiet until our neighbors on that side have children and they do play a lot outside. So sometimes when they're out there, I have to stop filming or go inside and close the door because they can be a little bit loud. Hi. Reposition off my knees. What are you doing, Luna? Are you trying to get my foot? Are you attacking my foot? Yeah. What are you doing? I'm probably gonna have to go get more potting soil for the cacti. I got 3 bags, but I don't know if 3 is gonna be enough. It's a little moldy. I usually don't like Miracle-Gro, but I didn't know what else to get for all the cacti and stuff. I just wanted something where I didn't have to make a bunch of amendments, you know, besides the extra perlite. This is what I use for the snake plants and stuff that are out there. I've used this, or the black gold. I'll usually grab that. What you're doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's her doing? Oh, that's so pretty. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. All right, that one is done. We'll give those a water at the end. Add a little bit more in here. What are you doing? I'm so glad I came across these begonia. They're so pretty. Luna, you don't want to play with that. She's trying to eat the wrapper on the soil bag. Okay, that looks good. What you doing, girlfriend? These planters would look really pretty on the front porch, but I can't put anything out on the front porch. It's just too intense out there. It's like all full sun. The only thing that can go out there is, like I said, the cacti and stuff and succulents because they love it. The snake plants do fine, but they can burn. But since they have lived out there now, I didn't take them in all winter and they do fine. Like even all the cacti and succulents did fine. It's just the snake plants got a little frost damage, so I have to snip all that away. Yeah, I had tried a monstera out there and I had tried a ficus out there and it was just too intense. They were not happy. I hear Zoomy starting inside. I got them a new toy. Their Chewy order came in. I ordered their cat food and stuff. The heck was that? I don't know what that was. And I got this cute little toy. It's a ladybug. It's a plant, but it has 3 little catnip ladybug toys. It's so cute. I got it for me. And I like flipped it on the floor and not a single cat showed any interest in it. So I'm just gonna use it as like a little decor piece. Oh, do deer eat these? Because I can't put these out there if the deer are gonna eat them. I didn't think about that, darn it. I'm gonna have to Google real quick. I don't know if these are deer resistant. All right, that is those. Are begonia plants deer resistant? Yes, most begonias are considered deer resistant due to their unappetizing scent and foliage, making them a good choice for gardens in areas with deer. Begonias, especially those with fuzzy stems or waxy, leathery leaves, are generally not favored by deer. It says while most begonias are deer resistant, a hungry deer might eat almost anything. Begonias thrive in partial shade to shade and they prefer well-draining soil. Okay, so that was a good soil for them. It says not all begonias are deer resistant, but those with fuzzy stems, leaves, or waxy, leathery leaves. I'm trying to think, do these feel a little leathery? Hairy, they do have hairy. I guess I could try them out there, and if I notice the deer eating them, I'll bring them in because I really want to put them out there. And I feel like it's mostly shade, so I feel like they would be fine. Okay, I definitely like those there, so I'm gonna see how they do. And let me bring you around this way. So all these plants here, we left out here all winter. And then this is an alocasia I planted last year. It was huge, so it is growing back. We had covered it the best we could over winter and you know, it died all the way back, but it hasn't died, so it's popping some new leaves, so that's gonna look beautiful. And it looks like the oxalis did survive. It's growing back. I think what I'll do is grab this and the new oxalis and we'll repot like a fresh pot, and then we'll leave that inside. This is a dracaena. This is the second time it's died all the way back, but it regrew last year, so what I might do is just cut it back to the base and see if that regrows. And this canna lily here, this is the second year this one died back, but it looks like it's regrowing. I have two different kinds in there. So what I'll do tomorrow is kind of freshen these up. I'll like remove all the dead leaves. I'll probably add some like fresh substrate and stuff. We'll cut that one tomorrow. But I think for tonight, I'll go ahead and take this one out and we'll work on just like potting up a new oxalis pot. Hi, Loon. Hi, Loon. I know. Yeah. She's trying to get to me. Oh, I know. Okay, here's another look at the ficus that I think is just completely dead. So we'll take care of that tomorrow. And then here is the monstera deliciosa. So I don't know if this whole thing is dead. I'm hoping that it's not, but you can see where that's brown, like that top part is rot. So maybe the one lower is okay, but I don't know. I just don't know if it's viable. I wonder if I should just take a chunk and regrow it. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I'm really sad about it. So that's why I want like a new monstera to replace that. But I'll investigate that tomorrow. And this is the little stand that I have. So I'll probably put the oxalis probably on the top shelf. I know they like light. It's just, what I'll probably do is scoot that a little bit closer and maybe put like the tie right here. But I don't know if the tie is going to be getting enough light, so I don't know about putting it out here. I guess I could trial it and see how it does. I found a shepherd's hook out in the garage. I think I'm going to stick it like right here and do this beautiful flower basket that I bought. I think it would look really pretty here. I think I like the spot a little bit more. I feel like it's a little bit more sun up forward. It is deer reach level though. I wonder if the deer are going to get into this. Probably so, huh? I really like that. I love all the pink the combination of, I don't know what, I know these are petunias. I don't know what these are. I've seen them before though, but I love like the pink. So I'll have to keep an eye on this as well. Make sure no deer get to it. It's like muggy hot. It's not like hot hot, like the breeze feels good, but it's like, it's muggy, sticky hot. Oh, I really like that there. That looks so good. I'm in love with it. All right, I switched seats. I don't really feel like getting down on the ground again, so I am going to dump this out in here, make sure there's nothing crazy that's gonna come flying out of here, like a black widow or anything like that. And we'll recycle this. Oh, there's already a gnat flying. Ugh. Uh-oh. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of little tubers coming up from the soil. I'll just loosen this a bit and yeah, we'll just reuse all this. I really need to wash this pot too. Pick out the leaves. Okay, good to know the oxalis grows back after snow. I don't know if the new one's gonna fit down in there. Let me see. I have to take some more away. Yeah, you can see a little tuber thing there. There's a lot of tubers. Oh, cool. Okay, just gonna pull up him right down beside him in here. There. I should have checked to make sure mine was growing back before I bought that, but it's fine. It's only like $6. You do not want to get poked. I have some cactus up there. You may not even need the palm soil. Actually, I have a white cover pot. I'll have to see if this fits in there. If not, I'll use the cover pot that this was in. I'll just have to wash it that's out there. Star has the, she's playing with the plant. You got it, Star? I was hoping one of them would at least play with one of the ladybugs. They're supposed to be catnip filled. They love catnip. I should have added some fresh slow release in here. I usually don't fertilize my outside plants as much. Sometimes I'll like throw my liquid fertilizer on them, but I kind of like just using slow release. It's easier, and then I don't really have to worry about it. I can just either take the garden hose and water them, or just regular water. There, I honestly think that's good. I didn't even need any extra soil. All right, I will probably water this tomorrow and clean the pot and everything, and I'll just set it over there so the cats don't get into it, because they'll probably be out here until it gets dark on the patio. Yeah, my husband's getting up early. He has a golf tournament thing that he's doing, so I think I will get up with him and go ahead and get started super early in the morning, and that way I can kind of do my repotting before it gets really hot. So yeah, I will meet you back here in the morning. Hello, good morning. It is the next day. It's actually late morning, but that is okay. I've been doing some computer work. I had a list of stuff I needed to order, like reorder. So I was going through that and I was kind of updating some things. So I am ready to get back outside and finish up the patio area. I think first what I want to do is show you the plants that I'm thinking about putting out here. It's really just the big alocasia and the ficus, and I haven't decided yet on the Thai constellation. Let me just show you. I think I will because I do have two, and one of them was actually free. It was gifted, I think, in 2022. And you guys, it really needs a repot. So we're going to repot it, and the ficus needs a upsize as well. So I figured we could do that and then put them and style them out here. And then I have to take care, you know, of those planters and stuff and get those cleaned up that are on the outside portion. And I think that might be it for right now. I might be tempted to put some more like plants like on the inside part here, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm just a little weary about putting too many plants out here because one, they do have to come back in, because unless it's something that goes dormant and it'll grow back, like the oxalis, like I'm fine leaving that out here all winter. But the ficus and the Thai I'm gonna have to bring back in, and the alocasia. Oh, hi Luna. All the kitties are awake now. That's their nap time, I think, because they heard me talking and I have the patio door open. Hi Luna. You want to say hi to the people? Say, I just woke up from my nap. Huh? Say hi. Sleepy girl. Sleepy girl. Say good morning. Good morning. She wants to go play with the birdies. Not physically play with the birdies, just to go out on the patio and look at the birdies. Okay, so this is my big alocasia regal shields, and you guys, the new growth keeps getting burnt because I had the grow light here and then I moved it back, but it keeps growing to the light source. Definitely too big for this spot. It's just squished right here, and you know, I have the variegated one now too, and it's growing. It's just too big for the inside house, and it's in pawn. So I hope it's okay leaving this out on the patio. I'm gonna try it out and just see how it goes, because like I said, it's a freaking huge plant in here. So I'm thinking about that one. And let's go into my plant room real quick. I still have this screen up. I had to put a couple more thumbtacks right here. Someone did say that theirs came down, like it lost its stickiness, and then these won't close once it kind of loosens. So I did have to add a couple more thumbtacks. Oh my god, it reeks in here. You know what I think it is? It's my alocasia caprea blooms. Look how many blooms are on this thing. They stink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna probably cut all those off later. I need to repot that thing too. But yeah, here's the variegated regal shields, and it's already getting huge. It literally grew from a corm. I think I got that corm like in August last year. So it's already going to be another massive plant. Look at xoxo. It's literally taking over the plant room. It's humongous. So here's the Thai constellations. They're very neglected. So the one in front, I believe, is it the one in front? Yes, the one in, well, actually it's the one in back, but I think it's this big leaf here. Is my oldest one that I grew from just a node, and then there's another one in front that's a bit smaller. So I'm thinking that's the one I want to try and grow outside for the spring summer season. I have them in this long planter. They're not potted into it, but that was my initial plan, was to pot them both together. I think if I repot the one, I don't know. I'm gonna do the other ones and then I'll come back to that and revisit that. And here is the ficus, the Shivriana that's in the window. So that one definitely needs an upsize, and I feel like it doesn't really need to stay in the window here. Even though it loves the light from the south window, it's not really a good spot for it. Like I said, it's just, I don't know. I feel like the monsteras are kind of crammed. Oh, look at the ladybugs. It is so nice out here. The sun's peeking out, but it's kind of overcast and it's not too humid right now. So it's like the perfect weather. The cats are all like sprawled out on the carpet or the rug down here. Putting my gloves on. So let me bring this forward here a little bit. Let me sit this one down first. But you see this one definitely needs a repot. The last time this one was repotted was, I don't know, I have a video that I did when I repotted this, but it's definitely like root bound in here. I ended up putting both of my plants in here. One was like a tiny plug and the other one I found at my Kroger. So there's two like pretty full vines in here. Oh, there's a ladybug. Oh, I didn't see there's a ladybug feasting right there. Do you see? Oh, he was in my plant room. Look, do you see him? The ladybug. So this ficus actually had mealies in my plant room and I didn't repot it or anything. And I think I ended up doing like 3 or 4 horticultural spray treatments on it and it seems to have done the trick. I really like horticultural oil. You just have to be consistent and do it. I feel like several times, like once a week or every 10 days or so. And I feel like it gets rid of the problem. And so here in this container, so this was my beautiful ficus Taneki, or Taniki, however you say it. Ugh. I even have this cute ficus pot for it and everything, and it was so beautiful, but you know, the frost damage just killed it out. Ugh, I need to wash that most definitely. So this is all that's left, and I don't think it's gonna grow back. I have these 2 stakes in here. Get rid of those. All right, let's see if this is even alive still. I'm gonna move this down here. I think I'm probably gonna repot that one into this one because I think that's a 6-inch or 5-inch and this is an 8-inch pot. But I'm just gonna cut and see if there's any sap that comes out of here. No, it's probably completely died. Yeah, I don't see anything. It's like all woody. I did come across these at the big box store. Was it earlier this year or last year? They were a really big ficus Taneki and they were only $16.99 at my Home Depot. So if I come across them again, I probably will purchase one because I really liked my Taneki. But that's the only ficus that I have left. I like ficus, but they're not like my favorite. I used to have a fiddly fig, but I got rid of that before we moved here. And I'm trying to think if I had any other ones. I think I tried a variegated, is it the Benjamina or something like that? But it was just a small plant and that one quickly died. Because I had that one on my front porch and I think it was too hot out there and then I underwatered it out there, of course. Yeah, I think I'm gonna toss this. There's nothing left. It's like all woody. Yeah, that's a shame. Hi, Fred. Hi, Fred. Are you guys gonna have your baby soon? Yeah? Hi, Fred. He's looking at me. Hi, Fred. He's going to the bird feeder. Do you see him? Look at him. Like, time to go to the bird feeder. There's a squirrel up there too, or a couple squirrels. Okay, I decided I'm not gonna wash this out because I don't feel like dirtying my kitchen sink. And the other bathroom is spotless since we had some family come. It's like still pristine. I haven't been back in there to dirty it up with any plant stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna mess up the sink. It's fine. So I'm gonna use that. And then I have a little remaining aeroid mix from a different plant that I dumped out. So I'm actually just gonna use it for the ficus. I'm gonna dump this into another bin. And then I'm also going to add some of this cactus mix in here. That was a lot. Okay, I'm going to break this up a bit. And then I'm just going to amend it with a little perlite that we got yesterday. It's hard to grip anything in these gloves. I'm gonna also add my Osmocote. Gosh, this brings back memories from when I switched to using Osmocote strictly. This was like 2020, 2021, and 2022. And at the end of 2022 is when I switched to using a whole like liquid fertilizer and became obsessed with nutrients because I had tried Pon and all of that. It's crazy because I was using this for so long and I love Osmocote. I'm just gonna sprinkle a good little bit in here. I probably should get another bottle of this so I can keep it in my outdoor plants. Just sprinkle it in. It's usually good for a few months, Osmocote. Okay, this is gonna be our little mix. So I'll probably use this mix for, like I said, all the cacti and succulents and everything too. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit in here. And for the ficus, we're just going to pretty much plop and fill. But yeah, look at the bottom of that. It's definitely root bound. I don't know if ficus prefer to be root bound or not. Oh yeah, she rooted. Goodness. So that's the problem I get with my plants is I don't repot them that often. Like the ones that are, I guess, not really more established. Well, sort of, kinda. I feel like unless it's like a new plant that I've got, I tend to let them stay in their pots for a while and then they get to be so root bound when I go to repot them again. This is a struggle. What do you guys see? Uh-oh. My goodness, it's not budging. I think I'm gonna have to cut this root because I think that's why it's not lifting. Okay. That root system is insane. All right. Okay, so it's like the perfect little fit down in there, and then I'm just gonna backfill. Give this a little mix again. I'm sure it's gonna love having a little extra room for its roots. See, I'm trying to make sure it's in frame. There we go. I'll just blow this patio off later today because I'm sure I'm going to get dirt everywhere. Do you hear that frog? I usually don't hear him during the day. Whoa. Give it a little shake. I might have filled it too full. Okay, I think that looks good. Freshly repotted. Oh no, I forgot about the ladybug. I don't know where he went. Maybe he flew off somewhere. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I'll have to water that guy through. I'll probably get the hose again and spray off all the leaves and everything out there. After all this pollen is gone, I'm going to take all the covers off all the furniture and wash them, all the nasty pollen. I'll probably just hose this off out there too and just get rid of any dirt. But yeah, this one will go back into this, oh gosh, cover pot. It's a little bit of a deep pot for this, but look how cute that looks, right? How pretty. That is beautiful. I love it. I think it's gonna love being out here. It's probably gonna go back in this corner, which is, again, like all this is pretty much north and there's no direct, oh, there's the ladybug. It's on the patio screen. Oh, I see it now. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, no like direct sun gets in here, which I don't really feel like it's enough light for a ficus out here, but I'll see how it does. My Taneki did okay. I just have to watch because this corner gets flooded whenever it rains, which if it rains a lot, then I can definitely overwater this plant. So if it's like a super rainy few days, I might just have to move it back. But anything I put in that corner, I have to watch out for the rain. Okay, what I'm doing next is kind of cleaning up this area a bit. Okay, this one grew back last year and it had died back, so I don't know if it's still alive just because we got snow this time. I do see a little bit of white actually. It might still be alive. Some of this anyway. I think I'll just leave this little stump here. If it doesn't grow back, then I think I'll just get rid of it. that. Okay, I was trying to move the camera so it's out of the sun, but for this, we're just gonna go ahead and clean this up and clip away anything dead. There's fungus gnats going crazy out here. I don't know, maybe just this one little piece survived. I don't know if anything else is gonna grow up out of here. I guess we'll see. And then same thing, I'm just gonna add a little fresh soil on top. Not repotting this or anything this year. But we'll see. If it's just this one little thing that grows, I might like take it out and repot it in something smaller. But if anything else grows back, then I'll just leave it. So that's the single canna lily that's come up. Hopefully more will come up, and then we'll see what happens with the Dracaena marginata. Phew, it's already getting so hot. Being out there in the sun and everything. So a couple more tasks to do, and then I think I'm gonna blow the porch off and everything, spray off maybe a little bit of the pollen, and then I'll give you a final overview, and we'll add like the few decor pieces. I think I kind of do want to do the monstera tie out here, and then the monstera that's in there, I need to see if it's viable. I'll do that out there, but first, coming back into the shade for a minute, let me show you, I completely forgot about these. I think I ordered these like 8 or 10 months ago on an Etsy shop. It's like a Etsy shop that had pretty much just dedicated to caladiums, but they're the Pink Symphony. And if you haven't seen these caladiums before, they are gorgeous. And so I ordered 6 bulbs, and I think they gave me a free one because it says plus freebie. But they've been stored in this little baggie here for a while. So it's just the caladium bulbs. They look like, you know, dried bulbs like that. Ooh, this one actually might be starting to grow. It has a growth point. So we're gonna plant these in here. Oh, that's exciting. I'm still gonna purchase some caladium and decorate the outside with some caladium because I love them. Whenever my stores get some in stock. Usually my Ace has them already, but maybe it's a little early. So I have some of these extra green planters in my plant room because I had bought like a 25 pack or something. So they're 8-inch. So I'm just gonna mix it. I'll have to make a little bit more mix up, and then we'll just pluck the bulbs down in here and then they'll sprout. I stored some caladium bulbs last spring and like replanted them, and pretty much they all grew back, but I had left the caladiums in the soil this time around, and over winter, of course, this year it just turned to mush. So unfortunately those didn't make it. I was looking for my other glove. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's on the floor. Chai just ran inside. They have the zoomies. I'm gonna add some more osmocote. Okay, and we're gonna mix. Okay, that looks good. I don't know if I have any cover pots for these 8-inch ones out in the garage. I'm gonna have to check. If not, I have saucer trays that are big enough. I'll at least set these on some saucer trays. Gonna fill it up. I think I'll do 3 and 3 since there's 6. Like that much, and yeah, we'll kind of pluck these down in here. There's the growth point on that one there, so we'll plant that up like this. Just kind of leaving the tip out of the soil. Here's the growth point on that one, right there. Oh, I'm excited to see these sprout. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more around. Okay, there's our first one, all done. I was just thinking how much, I thought this part wasn't going to take as long to do, but there really is a lot to do. And then I'm trying to think about all the stuff I have to repot for the front porch. It's going to take probably like 2 days to do the front porch. So I'll have to dedicate some time next week, at least a day and a half, to get the front porch done. And then it'll be done. And then if I want to add to it and add some more plants throughout, then I can. But at least like, it's just like the initial step of getting it all done. And then I can focus on my indoor collection and moss pools and stuff. I feel like if I didn't get this done now, if I didn't start it, then I feel like I would have kept delaying it and putting it off like my moss pools. So I'm glad I'm taking care of it. Oh well, since I don't see a growth point on this, I'm just gonna plant it down in here and it'll eventually shoot up. Here's the growth point on that one there. It's right there, sticking up. Oh, whoops, I forgot they had included a free one. So one's gonna have 4. And there's the growth points on those 2 sticking up right there. Okay. Cover up around. I kind of buried those a little bit, but they'll stick back up above the surface. So we'll have to give these a good drench. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna let my camera cool down, and then I'm gonna look for some pots for these, and then I think I'll bring that tie out here and get the pot that I bought for it yesterday, go ahead and get it repotted, and then, or shoot, I forgot I have to dig up this monstera as well. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll be back on though in a second once I kind of situate and figure out the next step. I am gonna have to cool it on the plants because I found another one that I don't want to grow in my plant room anymore. Actually, this plant is just so annoying. And I'm just gonna let it grow outside. I'm actually gonna take it out of pond and just plant it and just let it hang out here and see how it does. And then I brought one of This is the smaller Thai. This was the one that was free. I didn't even pay for this one. And it's so root bound, you guys. It just, oh my gosh. I think I last potted it probably, it's probably been, yeah, this is the 3rd year. It's in a tiny pot. And my Thais have been so neglected and I feel so bad about that. We're gonna go up huge. So my monstera Thai is in a 6-inch. This is probably a 10-inch. We're gonna go up drastically. That's what we're gonna use for that guy. And this is the cover pot that I bought yesterday. I actually didn't even need to buy this because I have plenty of these out in the garage. I didn't even think about that. I normally use those for caladiums when I buy them, and then I just plant the caladiums in these. So actually, it's probably a good thing that I got this one. So that is for the Thai. And then I have plenty of these black pots out in the garage too. I try to save like new plants that come in these. So this is the one that I was talking about. This is it's an alocasia. It's not an Adora. I think it's, when I bought this, it was the Alocasia California, but it's the variegated. And this thing completely went dormant all winter in my plant room. And the reason why I hate this alocasia now is because it always crisps up. Do you see that on the white? And it just drives me crazy. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this plant never really grows right for me. So let's tackle this one first since it's the smaller one. Oh, it's windy. It's gotten really windy all of a sudden. I wonder if a storm's coming. Although I didn't think it was going to storm today. Yeah, I don't even think it's that rooted in here. Look, I can lift it right up. Do you see that? Well, it was empty. I don't think I even have any corms. I grew, I think, 2 corms out from this plant a while ago, and that's all that it looks like it gave me, so no corms. Maybe it just didn't like pon, or maybe the bottom of it was rotting. I don't know. Okay, just some of the roots were rotted off, but it's got a lot of healthy roots on there. All right, that is the pond now. The state of this patio is absolute chaos. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna bring the dirt bucket back. Add some on the bottom. I might have to mix more. I will say this is probably a little big to start out in, but it'll grow into it. Yeah, let me make a little bit more up. I think that's good. Ooh, it's pretty. It is a beautiful alocasia. That's why I like it. It's very beautiful. Like that leaf there, look at that. Come on, like how beautiful, right? That's so pretty. I think it'll like being out here. Okay, that one is done. Gotta water that one in. And, oh, we're gonna need a lot for the Tycon too, because I'm gonna use the same. I was gonna add some bark in here, but I think the cactus has enough little pieces in here. Uh-oh, the neighbor kids are out. Okay, yeah, what I'll do is I'll pause filming and then we'll repot the Thai constellation. So I'll make my mix up. Honestly, I think I'll just take a little break. I actually have a couple orders to pack up, so maybe I'll do that and then I'll come back out. Hi guys, I am back. It's probably been an hour and a half actually. So I packed the 2 orders up, dropped those off, and came back and everything. So let's go ahead and get the monstera Thai repotted. And then, yeah, we'll take a look at the other monstera, and I forgot about the alocasia regal shields. I'm gonna have to, I really wanna stick it out here somewhere. I'll have to look at that. But for the Thai constellation, so like I said, we're gonna use the same mix and everything. And we're definitely going up in size. So this is a 10-inch, well, 9.72 inch, so 10 inch by 10 inch by almost 9 inch. The depth-wise is kind of deep on it, but I think it'll be fine. I'll just watch my watering for a little bit because I don't want to overdo it. Okay, I'm gonna pull up a bunch of soil in here. Also, both of my monstera Thai constellations want to crawl. I feel like my other one, more so than this one, yeah, this one is kind of crawling, but I think it was probably the way that I had it situated in there. But my other one definitely wants to crawl, which I don't really like. So, oh my gosh, did I just get dirt on my nose? I mean, I do have several crawling philodendrons, which is fine. But for monstera Thai, I like the look of them climbing up. I don't know if I want them to crawl, so I'm hoping I can kind of retrain that one once I repot it so it can climb up. I don't know, has anyone else noticed their monstera Thais wanting to crawl instead of climb? I put like a good amount of soil in here. So yeah, like I said, this one here I've had since early 2022. Someone gifted this to me, a small shop, and it was like a tiny little tissue culture plug, and it's grown into a pretty big plant, a pretty big Tycon. My other one has a lot bigger leaves on it, and it's got a couple more back here. So like I said, it's been in this tiny pot forever, ever since I upsized it into here, which was probably that same year. And it's got one long aerial root, which I'll probably wrap and put in here. And you can see how it kind of wants to crawl like that, like my other one is doing. It's just like growing straight instead of up. But what I might do is kind of anchor it up. It might look a little funny, but I hope I can get it to climb. Okay, let's check the roots out on this thing. I've been really bad with watering too. I've been so inconsistent. So there might be a little rot just because I feel like I've been more underwatering this plant than overwatering it. But even if there is a little rot, I feel like it's fine. It's grown in some new healthy roots and everything. Because it doesn't seem affected by it at all. I have no idea where my shears went. Oops. This is my old mix. The old mix that I had used leca with. Like, this mix is really old. I mean, it looks good for the most part. There's definitely some old rotted roots. Curious how this one's gonna grow this spring and summer out here on the patio. I'm just worried it's not enough light for it. So we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye. I don't know why these cats choose to like go right under me when I'm flicking soil everywhere. It's like they have the whole patio to hang out, but they want to go right under where I'm making a huge mess. You guys are funny. I guess they're watching the dirt fly. That's probably what they're looking at. So the only monsteras that I still have in soil are my ties and then my regular monstera aria, which I'm thinking about transferring that one, transitioning it to semi-hydro. But I'd have to prop it. I mean, it's got a lot of good roots on it. Oh, that's the one that was growing from my other, this was an aerial root that was growing from my other one. I had to cut it in order to get it out of the pot to separate it. All right, I think that's good. So I am going to swirl this one in here as well. This aerial root down in here. It's actually got two that's going to go down in here. And I'm going to try and lean it forward a bit. It's probably going to look a little funny, but I'm going to get this sucker to climb. All right, I think that's good. I would normally use a lot more aerated mix for this, but it's fine. Okay, switch sides. I'm more right-handed, so I need to put the soil in with my right hand. I use my left hand a lot too. I use both, but I'm more right-handed. Oh, I think this monstera is going to appreciate this repot so much. Now I'm excited to repot my other one. And this is the cover pot here, and no, I don't need to make drainage because I'm not planting into this. I could have planted into this and then just drilled the holes, which sometimes I do plant into these things. This pot here, let me bend you down a little bit more. Okay, so this is what we don't know if anything here is viable. I definitely see some black, like, I feel like there's black all the way down. It's just like, you know, completely rotted. Here's the stake that I think I'm going to use for the Tycon. Or I could use this pretty monstera one in here for right now. This one. Maybe I'll put this one in here. These solar things probably not going to work. Okay, so I have a feeling like this is all rot. Yeah, the roots, everything is rotted. I don't know. I'm gonna look at this in a second. Okay, so here is our little tray where the Tycon's gonna go. Actually, I don't need this saucer tray. And then we're gonna fit this guy down in here. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I'm excited. I'm just gonna throw some regular water. There's nothing in here. It's just my filtered water, just to moisten it a little bit. And I have slow release in here, you know, when I mixed in, so it'll be enough for a little bit. But I probably will water this with my regular fertilizer with silica and everything. I just don't want these plants out here to get pests. That's what I worry about, because I've gotten spider mite out here on the patio, scale. I've gotten thrips before, alocasia. So that's like putting the regal shields out here. That's what kind of worries me too. I love that. It looks good. And I think when I get my regular deliciosa, I'll probably just get a small one. I'll probably just sit it like right next to it right here. All right, let's see. I just don't think anything is viable, you guys. It's like all rotted. I'm gonna cut this chunk here and see underneath. I'm gonna do one more chunk here. Yeah, the node is rotted right here. It's squishy. There's no node on that. This chunk might be okay. There's a node, the node is right there. I could grow this out as a wet stick and see if something will grow, but I'm still gonna buy a new one. I think I'll save this, but all these aerial roots are all rotted. Like they're all no good. And I can see rot all the way down on this one. This one is rotted. So yeah, I think this is going to get chucked, and I'll clean this off just because this had scale, and just make sure that nothing is still remaining on this little chunk. I'm gonna let it callus for a bit though, and then I'll put it in its own container of sphagnum moss. Honestly, I'll probably leave it out here. Maybe I'll just stick it over here somewhere, as I don't want to put this back inside just in case, because I'm weird about that. If I knew it had pests before, I don't know. I'm trying to keep my inside part pest free, so I'm just gonna stick it right here for right now. Okay, wait, look. So I was dumping the container out, and so I had a feeling it was still alive. At least I hoped. I had a feeling it was still alive. But look, the two lower nodes that were in there, look at all those growth points. There's one, is that focusing? Okay, one, there's two, there is three, and there's four. There's one more right here. So there's 4 growth points, and this one, look at that big growth point here. 1, and there's another one pushing out here, 2, possibly 3. So these were like under the soil, so I guess this frost damage didn't kill what was underneath the soil. That's exciting. So I think I'm just gonna pot, I went in and grabbed a pot real quick. I think I'm just gonna pot these in here, and they should grow. And the little chunk, where'd it go? The little chunk, I think I'm just gonna throw it in here, and if it grows, it grows. If not, then at least these are gonna grow back. So this is all the mix that I had left of the cactus mix. I don't feel like opening a new bag. So this is my aeroid mix. I need to refill mine, but I'm just gonna dump this into here, and hopefully I have enough to fill this pot. I am freshly out of aeroid mix. Well, I'm just gonna use my scoop. Okay, I'm gonna throw a little bit more osmocote in here. That is so exciting. I'm so glad that it's actually alive still. Just made me so excited. I've had this Monstera deliciosa. So monstera is what made me fall in love with monstera, the regular green form, and this plant has been with me since 2020. So 5 years, so I'm glad I didn't lose it. And you're probably thinking, if it's that sentimental, why did you leave it outside? It just had gotten so big, and I really just wanted, I honestly thought it would have been fine on the patio, because you guys, I was covering it every night, like Every time it got below 40, I was out here at night covering the plants. I was covering the plants in the yard, and it was fine. It was healthy. All the leaves were green still, no frost damage. Not until the snowstorm that came. And mind you, it hadn't snowed here since 2018. So, and I even covered it during the snowstorm. It just didn't survive that. I guess anything that was above the soil didn't survive. Okay, so these don't really have healthy roots. I mean, it has a couple aerial roots, so I'm just gonna pot it and hope for the best. Let me add a little bit in here. Yeah, I saw these growth points and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this little root down at the soil too, if I can. I want to start editing this tonight because I need to do some other stuff tomorrow, because this is going to be the next video that goes up on my channel. I know this is probably going to be like an hour-and-a-half video, but that's okay. Some of you guys really like longer videos. I feel like I do a good balance of long and short videos. Well, short is like 20, to me short is like a 20-minute video. That's a short video. And this little chunk, I'm just going to put the aerial root down on top here and see if it'll do anything. We'll just fill up around. Oh, I had just enough soil. I feel like with the humidity outside, I feel like it should root up just fine in here without like a healthy root system, you know? I'll probably upsize this. If it does well, maybe in a few months, we'll see how it grows. Maybe one year I can have a greenhouse out here and then I can have my big plants and have more room. It would kind of be an eyesore out here though, because the only spot to really have it is towards the water, towards that way. I mean, we have a huge yard out here. So maybe one year. I'm always worried about snakes and spiders and alligators and stuff, but I don't know. It would be nice to have an outdoor greenhouse. We'll see. Alrighty. Was I out of focus this whole time? I hope this was in focus. But here we go. I don't think it's focusing. Why? My camera hates me. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna give it some water and I'll find another little pot for it. And we'll hope that this one comes back. Good morning. It is the next morning. I ended kind of abruptly yesterday and I wanted to pop back on to kind of finish this video and give you an overlook of everything that I did. I did end up bringing the alocasia out and we actually did, so my husband came home and I was chatting with him like, hey, do you want to run out to Lowe's really quick? And we've been meaning to go to Lowe's because we're looking to get a new refrigerator soon because the one that we have is over 8 years old. We brought it with us at our old place and it's been leaking. Well, it's been leaking for years. It's just getting worse and it's so annoying because the seal on the fridge door isn't sealing properly. So there's so much condensation that builds up inside. It just leaks. It's just a mess. We're sick of it. I'm sick of it. So we went to go look and then of course I wanted to go to the garden section. I ended up getting 3 more big bags of soil. So I have enough for next week. And then I got some beigey pots. I'll show you. They're kind of big, but I wanted them to be kind of consistent. I didn't really have enough pots to fit the 8-inch. I just got like the plastic ones and they didn't have any monstera deliciosa, of course. So I'm taking that as a sign that I'm not meant to get a new one since I've been to 4 places and not a single one has had any. So I'm just gonna let mine regrow, and then I'll have my monstera deliciosa come back. So I'll see how it looks at the end of summer, and I'll kind of update you on the growth of it and everything. So yeah, let me go ahead and flip this around and give you a little tour. And will be putting more plants out here throughout the spring. And I think I will plant some plants out in the yard, because technically the side of the house, it's really long. Like, our house is pretty long, and there's a lot of room on this side of the house that I can plant plants. And I didn't show this yesterday, but on this side of the house, my variegated banana that I planted out here, I thought it was dead, but I was out in the yard cleaning up some old leaves and everything, and it's growing back, which I'm so excited. And the Mickey Mouse Xanthosoma, that's growing back, and the monstera that I planted down at the tree, I planted two like kind of cuttings down there. I thought that completely died. I actually was down there and I was looking, like, oh, those are the caladium bulbs or whatever that we planted are coming back up, but it's baby monstera leaves. So I'll have another deliciosa down at the tree that will hopefully climb and get huge this spring and summer. So even if the foliage is dying back, it seems like if the root system underneath the soil is still viable, like, the plant will grow back. So it's definitely motivating me to be able to plant more stuff out in the yard, like that I don't necessarily want to grow inside. And then I'll do my best to cover it all winter, and hopefully it'll grow back each year. So I'll have to think about that this spring and summer, going into fall and everything. I need to take a sip of my coffee. We also have our ladybug friend from yesterday. Do you see him up there? I know it's kind of backlit. He's right there in the center, so he's hanging out on here. We got the kitties chilling this morning. Hi, Lune. Are you chilling? Yeah. He's so cute. Oh, I know. They love it when it stays really warm out here. They'll hang out here literally all day. You guys are so cute. There's Chai. Hi, Chai. Hi. And I think Star is in there, in the little green hut down there. Hi, Star. Hi. Okay, so you guys know the entrance here if you've seen me come out here before. So this is our like sitting area here. We have a little fireplace, a propane fireplace here, and then usually during summer we'll move it back. We'll probably like push it back and move the table back here, because we don't really use it over the summer when it's super hot, but it is nice on a chilly evening. And then we have a TV out here and everything. That's the Michelle that I got. I'm gonna leave it out here. I think it'll be fine there for like a week until I can get to it. And so this is my big alocasia regal shields. I can already tell it is leaning to the light. Do you see how it's going to the right? I might have to slide it up a little bit more. This plant is so big, it's gotten massive. And I do think this is one that I'm going to leave outside. I think I'll plant this in the yard. If I do plant it in the ground, I'll just take it out of the pot and just plant it. And it should grow back next year, because my other alocasia that I planted out there is growing back, and it's pushing a new leaf in the middle. I think this new leaf, yeah, that's where it was getting burnt by the grow light. I do have some corms coming in though. I noticed yesterday I have a corm there and a corm there. I could probably, oh, and there's another one. I might pluck those off so I can grow some babies. And then moving over this way, you guys saw me hang that there, and then those two are there. I do want to get some caladium, so once my stores have them. Last year I kind of planted some caladiums on the outside and just kind of left the pots on there because I just love caladiums. I got this little butterfly thing the other day. I think I got this at the Ace Hardware while I was in there because it was so cute. It's just like a little stake. So I thought that added like a nice little pretty touch. So hopefully that guy is happy in this corner. Over here is the monstera tie, and then I added that stake in there. And you guys, it actually did turn on last night. So I was editing the first part of this video last night, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was getting ready to go to bed. I was making sure all the doors were locked, and I was peeking out here, and this was lit up. I couldn't get a good picture of it, but hopefully I can try and put something, because my phone just didn't like how dark it was. I couldn't get it to focus or anything. The little sensor is on that side, so it is technically like getting some light. So I'm glad that it's working. But if not, I just wanted to use it as a pretty stake. I think the tie is really gonna love being out here. And then we've had this little turtle thing for a while. I just put him right there just to add like a cute little touch. And then these are the planters I got last night. I just like that they all kind of match. I just prefer that, I guess. And then that guy is there. I'm gonna get that planted out in the yard though, but I'm just gonna leave that here for now. The purple oxalis, since we repotted it, you can see all the leaves and stuff are opening up. That's the monstera. So once that one actually starts growing some leaves, I'm gonna get a stand and sit him right down here because this little spot here is definitely not enough light for that plant, but I'll just leave it there for now. And then those two on the bottom are the caladium bulbs that we planted. And out here are the begonias that we planted. So far, so good. So yeah, like I said, I'll probably be putting some more plants and stuff out here throughout the spring and summer. And there's some alocasia and I feel like other plants that I'm not really loving anymore in my plant room. So if I don't feel like letting them go, like selling them, then I think I'll just grow them out here. And we have this huge yard, I might as well plant some stuff and just see how they do. Because those growing back gives me hope that whatever I do plant out here will eventually grow back over the spring and summer. So I hope you enjoyed. It was probably a really long video. I know I have a lot to edit, a lot of footage to go through. And then, yeah, I think I am gonna take this weekend not doing any plant chores because I have plant watering and stuff to do too. And I do wanna focus on the plant shop this weekend since I didn't really work on that any this week. I feel like this took a lot longer than I thought. I felt like it drug out for more, like a longer day and a half or so than I thought it was going to be. And then I'm gonna start the front porch next week and get that done. So I'll probably start that Tuesday, probably Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'll get the front area done and you guys will probably see that later next week. So stay tuned for that because I'm excited for that one. It's gonna be fun repotting all those. So yeah, I'm gonna drink my coffee and probably bring my computer out here and start editing because it's so nice. And then I'll probably, yeah, edit the rest of the day and water my plant room. And that is it for me. So this video will probably go up tomorrow, which will be Saturday for you guys. So you'll get to have a longer video over the weekend if you're doing some plant chores. So again, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. I really hope you enjoyed and I will talk to you again here very soon.